Centuries of weaving, success in all endeavors. Choose our socks for success in all endeavors. Fortunes rises from the heel and good luck for life.
During the reign of Emperor Wen of the Han Dynasty, a pair of loose garters sparked a legend that has endured for thousands of years. At the time, socks were made of cloth or tanned leather, and the ties at the sock opening were called knotted socks. These were not only used to keep warm but were also a key element of etiquette. The Book of Rites states that one should not wear shoes in the hall when sitting before an elder. Additionally, if an official met the king and their garters were loose, it was considered a breach of etiquette. However, the phrase "my socks are untied" in the records of the Grand Historian biography of Zhang Shizhi caused unexpected ripples in this subtle aspect of etiquette. It is recorded that during a court meeting, Wang Shang, a Huanglao scholar and commoner, suddenly exclaimed that his garter was loose and asked Zhang Shizhi, the chief of the 9 ministers, to kneel and tie it. The court officials were shocked, but Zhang Shizhi calmly bent down to help the old man fix his socks. Afterward, Wang Shang explained, "Zhang Tingwei is a famous minister today, and I humiliated him a little by making him kneel to tie my socks, hoping to honor him." This seemingly humiliating act was actually a strategic move to highlight Zhang Shizhi's humility and generosity. By having Zhang tie his socks, Wang Shang used his own humble position to elevate Zhang's character. As a result, court officials came to respect Zhang Shizhi even more. In this moment, the garter transcended its material function and became a symbol of the relationship between monarch and subject. The act of tying the garter not only affirmed the social hierarchy, but also represented a deeper dialogue of personal power and humility. The sock tying controversy was not an isolated incident. During the attack on Chong by King Wen of Zhou, his socks fell apart, and his ministers, fearing a breach of etiquette, hesitated to step forward. In a display of benevolence, King Wen personally bent down to tie the knot himself. In the Han Dynasty, tying socks took on a deeper meaning. When Zhang Shizhi advised Emperor Wen not to make exceptions for a miserly man simply because of his debating skills, it highlighted the integrity of the legalists. Meanwhile, Zhang's humility in kneeling to tie his socks reflected the gentleness of Confucianism. These two qualities intertwined to form a complete portrait of Han Dynasty scholar officials, those who followed the rules of etiquette, while also expressing their spiritual integrity within them. Su Shi later described the ideal scholar in On Lu Ho as one who is not surprised by sudden events and not angered by unjust punishment, a description that aligns perfectly with Zhang Shizhi's calmness when kneeling to tie his socks. The material form of socks has evolved over time, from silk in the Han Dynasty to the silk of the Tang and Song dynasties, and from lace-up to strapless designs. However, the cultural meanings they carry have remained embedded in history. Reflecting on the sock tying ceremony from 2,000 years ago, what may have been loosened was not just the garters, but the human nature stretched by the rigid social hierarchy. In the tension between etiquette and human nature, a pair of socks symbolizes both respect and virtue. As later literati repeated the story of tying socks, its specific image transcended into a spiritual symbol. People no longer just remembered a historical fragment, but the character of ancient Chinese scholars. The knot of the garter became a symbol of trust and promise.
Centuries of weaving, success in all endeavors. Choose our socks for success in all endeavors. Fortunes rises from the heel and good luck for life.